Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us today as we mark another historic day here on the campus of Niagara University. We didn't know it was going to snow. It wasn't in the forecast for today. I'm looking outside thinking this is not New York City where it's supposed to be snowing. But anyway, thank you for being with us as we launch the master's degree in family nurse practitioner. As you can imagine, a lot of work goes into building to a day like today. And to talk about some of that work, to talk about the program and the College of Nursing in general, it's my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the College of Nursing, Dr. Chris Verney. Chris?
Thanks. Morning. Thank you all for being here today. This is great. The first nurse practitioner program was developed through a collaborative effort of a nurse and a physician, Dr. Loretta Ford and Dr. Henry Silver, in Colorado back in 1965 to meet gaps in primary care availability. In the years that immediately followed, the first master's program was launched, and for 60 years, programs have grown, and studies have demonstrated that nurse practitioners are academically prepared and more than capable to appropriately treat and refer patients when medically needed. Nurse practitioners fill a critical need in the care of communities, and they serve as advocates for patients, families, and each other. With chronic conditions and health inequalities evident across the globe, the expanded nurse role has evolved to promote health and prevent progression of diseases, and over time, nurse practitioners in many states have been granted independent practice authority. In the early 1990s, Niagara University joined in the effort to train for this important nursing career path, and for the next decade was recognized as a premier institution for nursing education. A successful 10-year reaccreditation for the college, coupled with a multi-year effort that saw significant improvement in undergraduate student outcomes and the recruitment of an amazing nursing team comprised of individuals invested in preparing quality nurses and affording dynamic learning opportunities for students, we are thrilled to share that we have received approval from the New York State Education Department of the Professions to open a new Master of Science Family Nurse Practitioner program starting this August. A 49-credit option that can be completed in as short as 2 years, and the only graduate nursing program in Niagara County, the FNP program will introduce learners to the tremendous responsibility of evaluating, diagnosing, and treating those in need of medical care. The program will include critically important clinical experiences in the care of the adult and more vulnerable pediatric and elderly populations, with our advanced practice learners completing training in a myriad of rural, urban, and suburban settings. There will also be in-person and telemedicine learning opportunities for our students. A major factor in our securing this program is the highly skilled team we have here at Niagara. Several board-certified and actively practicing nurse practitioners work alongside staff who are well-known and respected for the education and support they provide to students. Many faculty specifically chose to come to Niagara to transform healthcare and to ensure students are ready for the responsibilities they have upon graduation. Several actively participated in the development of this nurse practitioner curriculum. A dedicated placement coordinator will secure intentional clinical rotations to ensure that they are meaningful, and we are ever grateful to the partnering organizations and healthcare clinicians who have come forward to offer their sites and expertise as we all aim to improve access to quality healthcare and train competent clinicians. Our resilience officer will guide students to improve personal wellness and assist with coursework geared to transform how nurses take care of themselves while caring for others. Our Center for Nursing and Health Innovation Simulation team is led by our nationally certified healthcare simulation operations technician and includes 3 nationally certified simulation healthcare educators. Our current undergraduate nurse educators, experts in teaching, simulation, and skill acquisition, will collaborate with the graduate faculty to make certain that this program prepares a well-rounded, highly respected nurse practitioner graduate. We could have never made it to this point without the alums who have supported the college over many years. Their wisdom, guidance, encouragement, and philanthropic support has made all the difference. It takes a village, and we know how valuable each of these groups of people have been to our collective success. As you can see, Niagara's College of Nursing is well positioned to add this graduate offering, the first of many. We pledge to continue to position Niagara's College of Nursing as a premier nursing college in Western New York. We are grateful for the unwavering support of our provost, our president, and the many individuals across this campus and larger community who have been patient and understanding of the journey our college has taken to get to today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for your leadership and bringing us all here today. It is a great showing for us. You talked about the number of skilled people and excellent faculty people working in the College of Nursing, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Rebecca Roloff, who will really manage the program of Family Nurse Practitioner. Rebecca.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for coming. I am Dr. Rebecca Roloff, and I have the privilege of being asked to be the founding director of our Family Nurse Practitioner here at Niagara University. And I do want to thank Dr. Verney for this privilege and all of the people that are here for the support. I do echo with her and say that it would not be possible without all of the support from the president and the provost and all the alum and everybody here and all the peers that I'm working with, because we really all do work together as a team. It is not a silo effort by any means, and it never will be. I just have a few short words that I want to say about why. Why do we want an FNP program at Niagara? First, I think that we are going to have a really high-quality program here, both from learning and from an experiential venue. The faculty, as Dr. Verney said, are all well-versed not only in teaching, we have all been teaching in the academia world at both the undergrad and the graduate level for many years. But we are also practicing NPs. So we are out in the world today doing the work that we're going to be teaching our students to do. And that's important. We can bring the experience right to them. We have a very robust simulation program here. And simulation, as you know, has really been important in helping our students hone their skills in a very safe environment. So we can practice things and give immediate constructive feedback without any fear of anything going wrong. So we have high fidelity mannequins, we have standardized patients, actors that we use. So outside of the normal medical conditions that we can expose, respiratory conditions, cardiac conditions, GI conditions, we also can explore all of those mental health conditions, all of the disability and the diversity and the inclusiveness and the equity, all of those simulation conditions we can bring on our campus and practice. And then we can have debriefing sessions that are very powerful, not only in the knowledge that it brings to those students, but also in the techniques of communication and how to make them more aware of how to deal with all of these different types of patients that they're going to encounter when they're out there practicing. They're going to come to every kind of patient, and you can't predict that. So we have that ability here right now on this campus to do that. As Dr. Verney had mentioned, we are going to arrange clinical sites and preceptors. That's huge because we can then make sure that we are ensuring the best experience, the best environment, the best preceptors to further mastery the skills for our students. They don't have to go out there and wallow around trying to find a preceptor to get them these hours that they need. We are going to find them for them, and they're going to be good placements and good preceptors. It's a win-win. Our future NP students are all going to be working RNs. That you have to be a working RN to be in this program. So we understand that. They have work obligations. They have family obligations. So we are very mindful of that, and we are going to make sure that our scheduling will be such that our courses will be likely one day a week, probably extending into the evening so that we can help promote everyone for a good work-life balance. These are some of the reasons that I think yes to an NP program at Niagara University. Thank you.
Both Dr. Verney and Dr. Roloff talked about our partners in the community, and we can educate, but we know that we have partners in healthcare across West New York, across the state, and even farther as our alumni are around the world working in the field. But some of our closest partners obviously are right here. And to start us off, it's my pleasure to introduce the President and CEO of the Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center, Mr. Joe Ruffalo. Joe?
Good morning. Wow. Good morning. Good morning. There we go. Niagara University does it right. If you want good attendance at these events, just let everyone know in advance cookies are going to be available. That word spread throughout the housing and throughout the campus pretty quickly. I'm personally so delighted that Niagara University has taken the leadership to develop this desperately needed program in this area in our own backyard. As Tom said, Niagara University and Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center enjoy a very long tenured partnership, and this is just adding one more very large link into the chain of number of initiatives that we have enjoyed working with together through the years. So I applaud Niagara University's president, Reverend James Marr, and certainly Dr. Verney and Dr. Roloff and the entire Niagara University leadership team for making this program a reality. I'm sure I'm not saying anything that you probably aren't already aware, but there is a significant healthcare provider shortage, especially in primary care, not just regionally and not just statewide and not just nationally, but internationally. It's one of the major global crises that people don't talk about, and that's the shortage of primary care providers. And what has made this issue exponentially problematic was the COVID pandemic. Because now that we're in the post-COVID pandemic era, which is actually worse than the pandemic era, there is thousands of nurse practitioners that left the career because of the stress, because of the burnout, what they went through during this COVID time, which makes the shortage, where there was already a shortage, making it worse. So the projections are that the nurse practitioner career is going to be is for the second year in a row the fastest growing occupation nationally. The projections are that over the next decade there will be a 45% increase in nurse practitioner jobs. which means that over the next decade, there'll be, hopefully, through this program and many other programs across the country, there'll be 118,000 nurse practitioner career job openings over the next 10 years. And the significance, not just numbers, but the significance is particularly in communities that are very vulnerable, where the primary care shortage is even much worse than suburban areas, where you can't recruit family practice physicians. And so the role of the family practice nurse practitioner, is vitally important to assist all of those people that live in vulnerable communities that don't have health care access. One of the major reasons why we have health care disparities, not just regionally, but statewide and nationally, is because you can't get health care family practice providers into communities that need it the most. So again, I want to congratulate the leadership of Niagara, especially the leaders that have done all the hard work and the heavy lifting to get this program. And so we're very, very excited, and certainly can't wait to be one of the sites to assist in the precepting of the nursing students that are going to go on into this pathway. So congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, of course, for your partnership and being with us today. One of the other leaders, of course, in healthcare in Western New York is Kaleida Health, and it's our pleasure to introduce Dr. Denise Dunford, the Director of Advanced Practice Environment at Kaleida. Denise?
Thank you, Tom. I'm going to be echoing many of the remarks that you've already heard today. I think it goes to show that we all feel the same way about an FNP program. First, I'd like to thank you for the invitation to be part of this announcement ceremony. What an exciting day for the university and for the College of Nursing as you launch this new program. With nearly 3 decades of experience as a family nurse practitioner, and I would like to point out that at the same time I had a parallel career in academia, so I echo Dr. Roloff's remarks about having practitioners right here among your faculty who actually are walking the walk and not only talking the talk. I think I can strongly verify how important nurse practitioners are to the health of any community. As Dr. Verney said earlier, in 1965, Dr. Loretta Ford began the first nurse practitioner program with a handful of students at the University of Colorado. Since that time, the profession has grown dramatically and now includes 385,000 NPs across 50 states who manage nearly 1.1 billion healthcare encounters annually. Yet despite that impressive number, more is needed. Nearly 102 million Americans still lack a regular source of primary care, and the inequitable distribution of services is even more dire in communities with rural areas such as Western New York and Niagara County. The overwhelming need for more senior care, the massive number of baby boomers, the complexity of multiple chronic conditions, and the dramatic shift in care from hospital to homes are all drivers for future nurse practitioner demand. FNPs are uniquely qualified to answer that call for care delivery because we practice from womb to tomb, all ages, all stages, and everything in between, from preconception planning to end-of-life care. In fact, as you've heard, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they estimate that the nurse practitioner profession will grow by 45% till 2032. I have every confidence that under Dr. Verney's leadership, together with an outstanding faculty, your graduates will be more than prepared to answer the call and bridge the care gap in Western New York and around the globe. I look forward to hearing of the program's success, and I also look forward to helping in that success in the future. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you, Denise. Thanks for being here today. A couple other people I do want to just welcome. We have great public-private partnerships here at the university. It's my pleasure to just say hello to Eamon Weber from Assemblyman Angela Mornell's office. Angela wanted to be here. Yeah, so you can clap for him. Not only did Angelo want to be here, he's in Albany working on the state budget, so you can only imagine how much he wanted to be here and not there working on the state budget, because that is not a fun process. And one of our great partners in healthcare is from the Niagara County Department of Health. Adrian Kasbaum is with us. Thank you for being with us, Adrian. So you've heard about the program and how it came to fruition and why we're here, and the 118,000 jobs that'll be open over the course of the next few years. And there's a number of students here looking to get those jobs. And it's my pleasure to welcome two of our students who are going to talk to you a little bit about their experience in the College of Nursing and what their aspirations are. Please join me in welcoming Josh DePody and Anna Shaw, both junior students, class of 25.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Wonderful. Bright and early. My name is Josh Tripodi. I'm a nursing student here, junior, with a public health minor. And what an honor it is to be speaking here today at the opening of the FNP program at Niagara University. I cannot express to you all how positively Niagara has affected my nursing journey thus far. And I know the same is true for many of my friends who are in the audience. There are so many things that I wish I could highlight today for you, but I want to pay special homage to the opportunities that the College of Nursing provides for its students. The privilege it is to become a nurse has taught me that the most important things that we have in this world are each other and our education. Each opportunity here, such as opening this program, allows for a greater understanding of the values as well as the care and the scope of practice in the various levels of nursing. This advanced degree will create for many a platform of advocacy, educating others, and promoting community wellness. I can assure you all that seeking an advanced degree will be a part of my future, and I know that if I choose NU to be a part of my future and my graduate journey, they will prepare me well for advanced practice in any capacity that I set my sights on. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name's Anna. As Tom mentioned, I'm a junior here at the nursing program in Niagara. And just like Josh, I'm grateful for the past 3 years of love that Niagara has shown me, especially the nursing program. I've had experiences in the classroom, in the skills lab, in the regular lab, in the simulation lab, and on-site clinicals practicing alongside current nurses. These experiences have only built upon the passion I already had for the nursing profession, and they all would not be possible without these opportunities given to us by Niagara. When I'm asked what made you want to become a nurse, I find that a really hard question to answer. Often every semester, when you meet a new professor, they say, "Tell me about yourself and tell me why you want to be a nurse." Like many others, I've had experiences with family members who are nurses, but I just kind of always knew I wanted to be a nurse. I don't know when it started, and I didn't know what exactly kind of nurse I wanted to be until I came here. As many people highlighted, we have some of the best, most dedicated, compassionate faculty and staff in the nursing program, one of them being Dr. Roloff, who has inspired me in many ways through her dedication to both her career and her students. Dr. Roloff would work a 12-hour shift in the ER and then come on Zoom with me at 9 p.m. to review my exam. And she's just one of the reasons that I'm here today, one of the many other staff who I see, who I've had before too. I know that Niagara University is preparing the current next generation of compassionate and dedicated RNs for positions of responsibility of all areas in the healthcare industry. They have enabled myself and fellow students to assume leadership roles for providing quality healthcare and promoted us to engage in lifelong learning to maintain practice excellence. This is why the new Nurse Practitioner program is so exciting for current students like myself and many others who are passionate about pursuing higher education. You can go anywhere with this degree like you can in nursing as a whole. You can work in hospitals, in long-term living facilities, in home care, in clinics, in community care, and you can do all of those things while teaching it to new nurses. This is exactly what I want to do, and I'm so glad that Niagara has started this new comprehensive program of study to help with that. And I have no doubt that it will be successful in producing so many amazingly skilled practitioners, just as the BSN program has. And congrats to Dean Verney, because I know that this has been a long road. So that's all.
Thanks, Josh and Anna, for being with us today. And if I can have nursing students who are in the room, please stand up and just, if there are others here, have a round of applause for them. And it's good you applauded for them, because you know for the next 30 years or so, people are going to continually walk up to them and say, can I show you something? What does this look, should I be concerned about this? It's what you're going to have to live with. A number of people have been congratulated today, and we're going to hear from Father Marr in just a moment. But before we do that, part of the leadership of the university is its board of trustees, which helps Father as he guides the vision for the university. So we do have some trustees. I want to welcome Tom Summers is with us. Tom, thanks for being with us today. Sister Gallahoo, I saw somewhere tucked in the back there. Sister, very good. And Denise Gomez Santos is with us. She's back there. Oh, there you are, also back there. Thank you to our trustees for being with us today. Father Marr often talks about, and he's asked often about it, but our students going to get jobs. And when he sets vision for the university and we look at programs and he works with the provost and the deans and that, it's things like this and what our partners told us today of the growth in jobs and family nurse practitioners are one of the reasons that creates great opportunity for our graduates and the students that aren't even here at Niagara University yet that will be coming in the coming years to become family nurse practitioners. It's that vision and that leadership from our president, from Father Marr, that really drives the building of programs like this. And it's my pleasure to introduce the 26th president of Niagara University, the Reverend James J. Marr. Father.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you all for being here today. St. Vincent de Paul, at the core of his works and his life, really was known as an exemplar organizer of charity in 17th century France. And that is the hallmark of any Vincentian work. Over 1 million people today in the world refer to themselves as Vincentian. And there were 3 core elements to that organization of charity. One, for St. Vincent, he insisted that it must be impactful. It must change the lives of people. In fact, it must transform their lives. And through that transformation, they would come to know God. Second, all works that refer to themselves as Vincentian must meet a standard of excellence, and it must be maintained. And St. Vincent de Paul was a stickler on that. His biographers would note that he knew where every penny was in the ledger of all his works of charity. And third, it must be sustainable. There must be an organizational structure in place. It must be funded and fundraised for, and it must be grounded in love. And all these things create sustainability. That's where we are today with the College of Nursing. Under the leadership of Dr. Chris Verney, our dean, who joined us in 2021, she set a plan with myself and with Dr. Tim Ireland, our provost. And she formed it and shaped it in consultation, in the context of shared governance, with great energy, with outstanding competence, and with great discipline through the twists and the turns and the vicissitudes of university life that all of us experience. And she stayed focused and kept her eyes on the prize. Today is another example of that elevation, of academic excellence, of student engagement, of community engagement, and of persistent, high-performing outcomes. And today, we put another building block in place in the College of Nursing. We build another layer to the House of Nursing at Niagara University. Thanks to Chris Verney, thanks to her team, thanks to our outstanding faculty in the College of Nursing, and to our provost, Dr. Timothy Ireland. Thank you, Dr. Verney, for continuing to lead us forward with your persistence, your faith in Niagara, and your belief in the profession of nursing. Thank you very much. And finally, we don't rest today. We go forward. As St. Vincent de Paul would say, when you see the outcome, brothers, he would say to the first priests and brothers of the congregation, don't simply sprint out of breath, but walk with great intention, with care, and with passion towards that outcome. And so we continue to keep our eyes on the prize at Nursing at Niagara University, to foster the vocation and the calling of those who seek to be nurses, to the profession of love and care, to the great need of the people of Western New York, people from rural communities, people from suburban communities, people from inner city communities, all who need great care and good health. And so we pledge to move forward in partnership with our partners, teaching, serving, researching, to achieve even greater heights for our college, our university, and our community. And that, my friends, is the power of Niagara University. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Of course, thank you for your leadership. And that concludes our event today. One note I do want to mention, though, and it kind of got alluded to as I was going through some documents. Dr. Verney, who you've heard her name very much, she has a second job. Like, you'd think dean of a college of nursing would be enough. She is a family nurse practitioner at Landmark Health. She works at Landmark Health in addition here, and that's to stay in tuned with the industry. And I think that's incredible that she picked up some, she's moonlighting, got a side hustle for us. So good for you, Dr. Verney. But that's the kind of dedication to the profession that is the leadership of the College of Nursing. So Dr. Chris Verney, one more time.